Hey guys, my name is Naguura, and today I'm going to talk to you about my plans with World of Warcraft, and the state of WoW, and my guild spending, and so on. Alright, so let's start this off with me currently just not having any kind of drive or motivation to play WoW. I think it's the same for a lot of people. Like, the game just currently is not really exciting for anyone. 9.1 was kind of, you know, disappointing. The raid itself also wasn't the greatest for most people, even though there were some good bosses like Painsmith, for example, that I really enjoyed. But then there were also a lot of bosses that were kind of a letdown, and farm felt horrible this time around. After you cleared the raid, it just felt like so many bosses were just so annoying to get through during farm, like Kel'Thuzad, for example, where you just constantly have to stop damage, and it just felt horrible. Now, of course, some of these things have been addressed or will be addressed in the next patch. And some of the things that we heard about from the new patch, they sound really good, right? A lot of the things that we asked for, they're changing, and it sounds really positive overall. We're also gonna get Legion and Plus, which is something that I'm really excited for. But it still doesn't change the fact that at the moment there's just no real reason to play the game for me, because I don't like the way classes work right now. I don't like the way M Plus is at the moment. I've talked about this in my stream a lot. I usually am a person that really loves doing M Plus. I've been doing M Plus like all day, every day in BFA and in Legion and early Shadowlands as well. But the Shadowlands dungeons, they're just not super exciting to me. I think the reason why I don't like them is that a lot of the dungeons are trying to slow you down just by dungeon design. So there's mobs that have an aura around that have all the mobs around them take less damage. There's platforms that you have to clear first before you can move on, like in Spires, or in Theater of Pain with those platforms, or in Mist of Tyr Scythe with the maze. Like, there's so many restrictions of what you can really do, and it's just not that much fun. Also, the new seasonal affix doesn't seem that great either to me. It just seems really boring. The powers, I feel like they had good potential to give you like fun interactive powers, but they didn't. Most of the powers are really boring and kind of meh. So at the moment, I just really don't have a lot of drive to play the game. And then on top of that, my guild disbanded. In case some of you guys don't know, I used to play in a German guild for, I think, like 2 years now, maybe a bit more. And this German guild was raiding like 2 days a week, and it was still pretty good in the world ranking. We almost always cleared the raids really quickly in like top 100, top 150 kind of world ranking, which is really good for a 2-day raiding guild, and I enjoyed it there. I really had a good time. But then, there's people who left over the years or months rather, and then people who were officers didn't want to do the job anymore, and then other people tried to fill the roles, but they didn't want to put as much time in there. Obviously, right? Being an officer is kind of a unthankful job. So more people left because they weren't happy how it all turned out, and then it ended up not being enough people left to continue, at least in my opinion. A lot of the people that I really enjoyed playing with also left, so I also decided to not want to continue, even if there would have been enough people to do so. So yeah, now I'm in a situation where I don't have a guild, so I don't need to log on every week to do the farm raids anymore either, which I always hated. I was not a person that ever liked farm raids, so that's not something that I'm too sad about. But yeah, there's just no reason for me to log into the game. I'm not doing weekly keys. I'm not doing anything. I don't even remember the last time I logged into the game. It must be like a month ago, maybe not that long, but close to. And even when I logged in back then, I only logged in for the raid for my guild, and then I logged off again, and I didn't do anything else, just because all the reasons that I mentioned is just not really enjoyable to me. Now, I know I just said a lot of negative things about the game, and you might think, oh, so she's quitting WoW. And the thing is, I'm not. I still really like World of Warcraft is just a game that I've been playing for so long, and there's so many things about the game, specifically in like the rating scene and the high and plus scene that I really really remember as like one of the best experiences in like gaming like history, that I don't want to quit. I want the game to become better. I want the next raid to come out, and I want it to be good, and I want to enjoy it, and I want to have fun. So I'm not gonna quit World of Warcraft completely. I'm definitely still in like a state where I have hope. I'm hoping for the next raid to be good. I'm hoping for something, right? I'm hoping for something to change, for something that gives me this passion back, this motivation to play the game. No matter what it is, it might be something in a plus, it might be something with the new raids. I don't know. So I'm just hoping for it to be better and for me to enjoy the game again. At the moment, I'm not gonna play, obviously, and I haven't been playing because I don't like it. But yeah, I'm not giving up on the game completely. So I'm just waiting for the new patch. I'm waiting for the new raid to come out, which still not gonna be a while. We haven't really, got any testing or anything like that. So I would say the new raid probably comes out like early next year at this point. So I have a long time to think about what I'm gonna do. I haven't really joined another guild yet. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do with my guild. I even considered talking or like joining a world first guild that is competing for world first, and that is something I haven't considered in a long time. And I was thinking, if I'm gonna be in a world first guild again, then maybe this drive of playing the game is coming back, because one thing that I really like about MMOs in general is doing something blind and figuring out with a team, and the whole team having the same goal and the same motivation to succeed and to achieve this goal, which was the best thing about World First Rating, and like the way I remember it, right? Having all of those people just have the same goal and all are doing everything they can to reach this goal, which is a totally different experience than just being in a top 50 guild or in a top 30 guild, top 20 guild that is also trying to clear the raid, but they're not like, maybe some people are not on the same page and you just don't have the same goal and you're not giving everything to reach that goal. So it's all like a little bit different when you're in a World First guild or a World First rating guild. And that's why I was even considering joining a guild like that again, because maybe that is what I'm missing. Maybe that's why I'm not so excited about the game anymore. Maybe that's why I'm not passionate about it anymore. Because I personally, the only thing that was always holding me back to even try and join a World First guild again was the amount of time that you need to invest into preparing your characters. Having basically all of this time that you invest into the game outside of the progress rating, right? Because progress rating, that's something that I wouldn't mind at all. I mean, that's what you do this for, right? But the amount of time you have to invest outside of progress rating has just become like bigger and bigger and bigger, like over the expansions. And they were like, the World First guilds just became crazier and crazier, doing all of this prep stuff. That is just really something that I personally don't like doing. And on top of that, people just became better players too, obviously. I was never a person that was like super into multi-classing, so I only ever played my druid. I did play like Rester and Moonkin, but that's about it. So I would have to learn different classes, different specs. I would have to be this multi-role person probably to be able to compete with other players in those guilds. And I'm not sure if I'm even like good enough to compete with other players in those guilds anymore either, because I haven't been doing this in like years. So at this point, I don't know if that is something that I want to do. I'm thinking about it, and I will keep you updated on this if I ever decide to do that again. But I was really surprised that some of the guilds that are competing for World First did ask me and actually considered me to join them as a trial, which made me really happy, and it actually motivated me more to try it out, because the fact that I'm not this like washed up person no one cares about anymore. So actually having people like come to me and be like, hey, you actually want to like world first rate again, you could join us, you know, like that's amazing. So yeah, I'm still thinking about this. At the moment I feel like I don't want to commit to anything just yet, just because at the moment I'm just not really motivated to play WoW. So if I would join a guild now as a trial, then I would have to put a lot of time into the game, obviously, because I don't want to like join a guild as a trial and then I log in once a week to do the farm raids and do nothing else. Like that is obviously like a really bad impression as a trial. So I would want to do it properly if I'm joining a guild again. And without motivation, that's not something I really want to do at the moment. So I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put most of my time into games that I do enjoy, like Final Fantasy and New World, and you know, maybe even other games like League of Legends. And I'm just gonna play games that I enjoy at the moment. And whenever we get closer to maybe I play the patch because Legion and Plus seems really interesting, so maybe I try that out, and then I'm just gonna wait for the new raid, or getting closer to the new raid, and then I might make a decision on which guild I join, because as I said, I do want to raid. I definitely do want to raid. I don't want to skip the next tier or whatever. So yeah, I hope I covered everything that I wanted to cover, but this is my current situation about WoW and what I'm gonna do. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. I know there's a lot of people who currently don't have the motivation to play WoW either, that don't want to play the game at the moment because, you know, they're not passionate about it. But I know that there's a lot of you guys that care about the game, because you have played the game for a long time and you care about it. And like, what are your plans? Just tell me what you're doing at the moment. Like, first of all, are you motivated to play at the moment? And if not, if you're not motivated to play, then what are your plans for the future? Like, are you waiting for it to become better? Or are you just completely quitting? Are you playing Final Fantasy or New World or other games? What are your plans? Just give me some inspiration, because I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you like this video. And remember to also check out my stream over at twitch.tv/Naguura. And all my other social medias are in the description below. And give the video a thumbs up if you liked it as well, of course. And ring the bell and all of those kind of things that YouTube people always say. I don't even know what it means, but just do it. All right, have a nice day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you very, very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.